far back as I can remember, I've always been a Silent Hill fan. There was a time between Silent Hill The Room and Silent Hill Short Message when Konami just didn't know how to get any more golden eggs out of that goose. These were bad times when the franchise lost its creative voices and got passed around to developers who didn't understand what they had. After what seemed like never-ending strings of embarrassing sequels and culminating with the Silent Hill Book of Memories, Silent Hill was basically done. While Konami continued to produce new merchandise based on the games and licensed character appearance in games like Dead by Daylight and Astro's Playroom, all hope seemed pretty much lost. Then Silent Hill decides to put a carrot in front of our noses and releases Short Message at no charge. That's right, $0. Short Message was like a mission statement from Konami that showed that Silent Hill was coming back in a big way. This free short game gave gamers a glimpse at what was coming, establishing the tone and visual style that the games would adopt. After a lot of skepticism from the fans, Konami along with Bloober Team delivered the remake of Silent Hill 2, and it went above and beyond all expectations. There was another Silent Hill announcement that was shrouded in mystery. Along with the remake, there was going to be a new entry set in a new town and during the 1960s in Japan. What does F stand for? Folklore, flowers, fuku, female, fog, forte, foxes? Find out in our Silent Hill F review. Silent Hill F abandons the messy lore that's been a terrible burden for the series. Connections to the past games are tenuous at best, but this is for the better because it's free to blaze its own trail and not lean onto the tired gimmicks of the franchise it's been known for. This is a perfect gateway for newcomers now that the series has effectively become an anthology horror franchise with core themes, aesthetics, and tone, not to mention audio-visual language tying it all together. In what way is F a Silent Hill game? In pretty much in every way that matters. It's 1960s Japan, and the Gifu Prefecture's rolling hills of the place I could barely pronounce, and Hinako Shimizu is about to have a bad day. I don't want to spoil all the surprises, but all I could say is the structure that follows the classic Silent Hill formula. It's going to be a cast of characters lost in a foggy town, where fears and insecurities are made manifest as physical monsters. Hinako and her friends being residents of the town is unique for the series. This place, Ebisugeoka, or whatever they call it, it's still a place with a checkered past involving curses, folklore, and substance abuse like any backwater remote rural town anywhere. Nobody goes in, and nobody comes out. It makes you realize that the town of Silent Hill wasn't all that unique, and the spiritual power over it can exist in many forms. As our girl makes her way through this crazy-ass town, we're trying to regroup with her friends and loved ones, and she's taken away to Silent Hill F's version of the other world. It's something evil and messed up, taking the form of a massive Shinto shrine that defies the laws of space. And then Hinako ends up meeting some weirdo wearing a fox mask. Every time she visits this dark place, players are left in the dark about whether this guy is on the level or not. One thing is for sure, that fox guy is gonna be trying to mess around. And don't fool yourself. Not everything you see is what you think it is. Even this chick we've been following is not exactly the person we think she is. And as the story develops, it starts to feel more like I made friends with the wrong kid at camp. I think the most messed up part is the dark place revealing more about her in some abstract and symbolic, uncomfortable way. It basically is meant to pull you deeper into her interpersonal relationships with her friends and her family, basically everyone in her small town. It's like everything about her's all out there, and all you gotta do is go to this messed up place. It's like everyone's hang-ups have been turned into freaks and monsters that are here to take out their pain and suffering on you. Sometimes they don't take the form of monsters either, and this whacked-out place becomes a twisted version of itself. Everywhere you look, you can pretty much piece together the meaning and the storytelling that the best Silent Hill games are known for. And this place starts feeling like a freaking maze with its countless turns and its loop-arounds and hidden areas and a fog so dense that it's like walking through a wall of gun smoke freshly shot by an entire army. The provincial Japan landscape is absolutely drenched in this hazy miasma, and it's crawling with monsters like roaches in a Detroit gas station. This is one messed up, scary game, and it employs all of the tricks in the book to make you feel the fear. Vaguely seeing a twisted figure hobbling in the fog is kinda creepy, but nothing tops the creature that only sneaks up on Hinako when the camera isn't pointed at it. The designs and the erratic animations are unsettling enough, but are compounded by the stomach-churning sound design. If you put on your Disturbo vision, the imagery is a mix of grotesque beauty and a melancholic agony-made art. Some areas are gonna mess with your head, using decoy enemies and having a real one lurk among your space like you're being followed or stalked. Since Hinako is limited regenerative stamina, slapping decoys with a sickle will leave her open to being jumped, and nobody wants that. It's a well-earned jump scare that left me looking like a stammering snook. This left me freaking nervous with my palms sweating and my pants were pissing and panicky, actually turned into a factual Scatman. I felt like I had a freaking gun to my head, and there's no guns in this game. After you collect yourself and wipe the cold sweat from your brow, it's time to throw down in a battle royale with some monsters. You see, Silent Hill F is the most combat-focused the series has ever been. But that's not no way to say that Hinako is going to be juggling dolls with melee attacks. For when it's for real and you're scrapping and you gotta fight, remember too that your dodging is fast and real responsive in this one. So you got that going for you. Don't let some monster piece you up because you do have plenty to respond with. Remember, ninja-like agility, perfect dodges, charge attacks, even parries when you want to get petty. I gotta remind you, Silent Hill F is going to be set in Japan during the 60s, so don't expect any guns. And when it's really time to deal some damage, you're going to be getting a decent variety of melee weapons. All of them have different durability and weight classes, so keep your eyes open on that. About halfway through this freaking nightmare, there's going to be a dramatic change, and it's going to be unlike anything the series has seen before. I gotta make it clear that this game also happens to involve the most disturbing scenes in the franchise. It's really going to be a moment that burns itself into your memory as some of the top best that Silent Hill has offered. Forget calling it challenging, and I'll say it like this. You'll think you're going to be tinkering with puzzles, but really the puzzles are going to be tinkering with you. Like an endless freaking field covered in fog, when after you're done being lost, you get stuck having to fix a scarecrow by following clues on some confession letter made by a rat. The game's gonna definitely throw a lot of curveballs at you, even 3 difficulty modes specifically for the puzzles in case you really want to mess with your head. You're gonna have to get your act together and resource manage well, making this the most survivalist survival horror entry in the whole series. On top of the regular inventory limits, stamina is gonna have to be the first thing in mind, and your weapon durability, and your sanity. Yeah, it's a lot to deal with. It's like being jumped, but worse. You're doing charge attacks and focusing on connecting your counters and parries. It's all gonna be draining your sanity. And running out, well, that'll get you killed. Just being around those monsters can ruin Hanako's max sanity, so it's always important to keep a stock of items to restore it. Sometimes it might be wise to carry a few extra things with you because then you can make them into offerings at shrines. Those are your save points, and that's how Hinako can earn faith. That's Silent Hill F's main cache. She'll need faith to buy stat upgrades, accessories for perks, or more accessory slots. These kind of systems were overdue for the series for a while, and adds another layer of commodity to the consumable items. Like always, multiple endings foster replay value, but it's handled differently in Silent Hill F. You can only get one canon ending on the first run. But New Game Plus features new choices and new routes for different endings. Like I said, this one really gives you a bang for your buck. It's including a hilarious UFO ending. Now this is preventing confusion over what the true ending is and the offering of a chance for players to do things differently and more efficiently on subsequent playthroughs. This is the true 5th Silent Hill that fans deserve after The Room. It's a fascinating and haunting exploration into new territory. It's a dark take on the coming-of-age drama that's distinctly Silent Hill. It's got visceral and challenging combat and diabolical puzzles. Silent Hill is back. We just had to go to Japan to get there.
Walking paths of darkness for the nights and the violent. All the monsters I've been taking on inside this. It's a long fight ahead, you're gonna like this. It's 60s hills, a town in the mist. Hinako, walking streets that don't exist. Cherry blossoms rot, roots strangled by curse. Every folklore whispered in reverse. What's waiting in the shrine of distortion? This otherworld place bend its face into eternal contortion. Friends turn to strangers, demons blur faces. Whole town haunted by disgraces. Stamina burns with each breath, slowly losing all your life. And you carry just to parry and fight with the scythe. Every dodge, every swing, best be accurate and tight. As the news being cast, lived by Walter Cronkite. No bullets this time, just your will and the steel. And threats you gotta learn to detect when the shit is getting real. Dial F the Silent Hill, where shrine door creaks. Lose your faith for blessings that the cursed all seek. Dial F for silent, when the foxman speaks. Or when fog swallows all and the sunlight's weak. Smells foul around town with the stench of a coffin. Roaches scatter all around and the alleys all rotted. Shadows creeping in the corners where the camera don't see. Turn around quick, there they are lurking right behind me. So dial F for silent, get spattered away while your sanity drains. Try to stop the decay. Every parry cuts away at the psyche's expense. Running out of breath from a lack of defense. Multiple endings hide behind the fog veil. Don't wait to start again with alternate detail. But the cannon path bleeds with the ritual chant. Foxman laughs, try to leave, but I know you really can. Dial F for silent, dial F for silent. Dial F for silent, dial in despair. Every step through the mist feel like poison in the air. Dial F for silent, shrine echo prayer. Imagine bleeding badly in a town that really don't care. No ties to the past, caught like a tether. This town, this hill, its beast all severed. Collective fears manifest. Crawl through the street for raw meat. Your anxiety slicing and stabbing through every heartbeat. Shrines inside stretching endless in sin. While someone says you don't even have to knock, come right on in. A coming of age, tale twisted in dark decay. Childhood dissolved in the terror of the fog. Like it's been watching all along to see if you will ever find a way. So when the line goes dead and your prayers turn violent, slash and bash the nightmares and dial F for silent. Dial F for silent. Dial F for silent. Silent, 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 dial F for silent.